Okay, so we are going to be making some of our tools from the toolkit you got. First thing we're going to start with is making ourselves a rib tool. This is a tool that we will use to smooth the surface of our pots, to scrape away any dimples. So what you were provided is just like a blank hotel key card or like, a gift card. I'm going to use an old insurance card because I didn't grab one of the ones you guys have. So I'm just going to take something to draw with and try to draw like that kidney beanish shape, using as much of this as possible, or like a little jelly bean. That's good enough, close enough. I just want a nice curve. And you want to use a good pair of scissors to cut this out. Trying to make it as smooth as possible. Nice curve, no jagged little edges, so take your time. And now we have a rib tool. And it's got a nice curve to it so that it can like curve to the shape of your pots. Now, if you know you don't have a good pair of scissors and this is going to be really complicated, you could leave it as a square and still use it. You just won't have that nice curve to get into your pots later. Okay, so that's your rib tool. That's step one. Okay. One other thing you're going to do is getting your pieces of wood ready for rolling out slabs. So you should have 4 of these paint sticks, and we're going to use the thickness of 2 as our guide. So all our slabs will end up being that thick. So what we're going to do is just take 2 and put them on top of each other. Take some tape, just line them up and just tape those together so they don't move around on you when we get to that part. I recommend doing it in 2 spots. Oops. So do that to 1 pair, and then your second pair. And like I said, in 2 spots. And then you'll have these ready for when we work with slabs. These taped together like this work nice as like a paddle for later when you might need to paddle your pot into shape. So that's also nice and handy to have. Then we are going to make some loop tools for carving. So you got some paper clips and some popsicle sticks. And we're going to make a double-ended loop tool. So loop tools are used for like scooping things out or carving details. So I have a bigger paper clip here for you to use on one end. So I'm just going to open this up. And if you have like some pliers or anything at home that could make this even easier, go ahead and use it. Or I just have some things lying around here that I can use to help like make this a loop. Okay, and then I'm just going to try to twist it a little just to keep that shape. Oops, let me get in the camera there. Okay, so just a basic loop like this. I'm going to place it at the end of my popsicle stick. And then again, using tape, and probably an excessive amount of tape, because I want it to make sure it stays there. And then like really press that tape in. And then I'm gonna wrap that around a bunch of times. If you have duct tape, this will work even better. Nice strong tape is what you wanna use, not Scotch tape. Okay, just really squeeze that. And you might have to retape this throughout the semester, but there's one option for scooping. And then I can make some different shapes with this one too. Maybe I want it to be, oops, a little bit more triangular. I can, like I said, if you have pliers, even better, but I'm going to try to show you without it since most people might not have that. So this would be like your detailing loop tool for if you were doing any smaller carvings. So I'm going to try, maybe I'll use my fork. make a smaller little loop. And then you see I have something to get into smaller areas with or carve out patterns and things like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Get some tape. Now my tape is sticking. And again, excessively tape this. Make sure it's on there good. So later, if I want to make textures or carve things out, I'll be able to scoop it out with these two different sized loops. Okay, so that's your loop tool.